once the case was registered, it is very obvious. It is very obvious that you need to look for logs. Okay. From which IP address the intruder accessed the IT resources. So police did their investigation and they were able to identify the IP address. Based on the IP address, they were able to identify the machine which was compromised. While conducting digital forensic examination, the forensic scientist was unable to find a few critical files which gave some suggestions about the hacker. The reason was the company IT guy who was managing the IT security of that company, he failed to understand the nitty-gritties of handling a cybersecurity breach incident. He was very good in IT. There is a lot of difference between an IT expert versus a forensic expert. IT expert always try to focus on the IT. If he is managing security, he tries to secure the networks. Whereas a forensic expert, his intentions, his way of thinking is completely different. He thinks like an investigator. Okay. So in this case, what happened? The IT expert who was managing the system, the moment he got to know that our servers were attacked, instead of isolating it, what he did was clean installation of the server. Clean installation in the sense, the entire server was reinstalled. Okay. So as a result, the investigating agency was unable to find further leads related to the investigation. Okay. So this highlights the importance of having a digital forensic expert in a company. Okay. So now this field, digital forensics, is now called as the DFIR, digital forensics and incident response. Okay. So this is one classical case study where the IT corporates, they look for a in-house digital forensic expert or an incident handler who has the understanding of how to investigate a cybersecurity breach incident. Okay. So this is first case study. The second case study which I would like to discuss is about the criminal justice delivery system. Can you please cooperate at the end? Too much of noise. It's a humble request. Silence, please. I'm talking about a very serious topic. Request your cooperation, request your patience. As per our Indian law, Section 67B of IT Act talks about child pornography, CSAM, child sexual abusive material. Unlike the adult pornography, child pornography, forget about viewing, forget about possession. Even if you are trying to search, it is an offense. 5 years imprisonment is there. Okay. So the accused person was arrested and his laptop was sent for forensic analysis, and the forensic expert gave the report that the accused person had access to this particular website on this particular date and time. Okay. So now what happens in the court? It's an argument between the defense advocate versus the forensic expert who has given the report that the accused is guilty. Okay. You all know that RAM is the temporary memory in a computer. Okay. So the defense advocate is questioning the forensic scientist. Did you recover the volatile information residing in a RAM at the time of seizing the computer? Okay. Did you recover the information residing in the RAM at the time of seizing the computer? Forensic expert says no, I didn't. Is there a way to recover? All this argument is happening in the court. Okay. Is there a way to recover the volatile memory in a forensically sound manner? Is it possible? First of all, is it possible when the machine is in on condition? Is there a way to take the dump of RAM? He says yes, technically it is possible. Look at the next question. Why did you not recover and preserve the volatile memory? Forensic expert says it was lost when the computer was unplugged. We all know that when we switch off the machine, the information residing in RAM is gone because it is volatile. Okay, it is volatile memory. It was lost when the computer was unplugged. The next question, is it true that 1 GB of memory can hold 1000 books worth of information and my client's computer had 8 GB RAM? Okay, look at the framing of question by a non-technical person. A lawyer is asking this question, is it true that 1 GB memory can hold 1000 PDFs and my client's computer had 8 GB? So he is trying to impress the judge, honorable judge, that 8000 book worth of information can be stored in 8 GB RAM. Okay. Technically it is correct. So he says yes. Is it possible that the evidence of my client's innocence is among the lost information? Okay. We all know that I love you virus. I love you virus, the moment you click on the I love whatever message that you have received, the moment you click on it, it will auto compose a I love you message to all your contacts. So same thing, same argument is placed here. He says, you need to understand when you are handling with digital forensics, the evidence part, there are 3 types of evidence. One is the inculpatory evidence. The second one is the exculpatory evidence. Inculpatory evidence is the evidence produced by the prosecution to prove that the accused person is guilty. He is guilty, he has hacked. What is the proof? Look at the IP logs. Okay. Exculpatory evidence is the evidence which is produced by the accused himself to prove that he is not guilty. You know alibi. Okay. There was a movie, Malayalam movie Drishyam. It is basically is trying to create a alibi that he was not present when this incident took place. Okay. And 3 years before there was a silliest alibi on this planet. In Maryland court, the accused was charged with possession of child pornographic content, and the defense advocate submits an affidavit stating that my accused had a pet cat. He was having a cat. The cat walked on the keyboard. It has pressed a few keys. As a result, some indecent photographs were downloaded. Okay. So then the judge took some time and he said, okay, must be a naughty cat. He asked the prosecution to check how many times the client's cat walked on the same keys. Okay. Let us see how many times it has walked on the same keys so that the particular website was accessed. So then the prosecution, looking at the forensic report, told to the court that about 850 times a particular website was accessed. So 850 times a cat walking on the keyboard, pressing on the same keys is not possible. So the alibi itself was discredited by the honorable court, and 20 years imprisonment was given. Okay. So this guy, the defense advocate says, is it possible that the evidence of my client's innocence, because there are 2 defense used by the accused side advocates. One is called SODDI defense, SODDI. Some other dude did it. My computer, my internet, but some other dude did it. You have collected information, the investigation, You identify the IP address, you identify the machine which was used to commit the crime. But I'm not the guy. Some other dude did it. That is one defense. The second defense is Trojan horse defense. My computer was infected with a virus. Virus has auto-composed it. Okay. So the same alibi is here. Okay. So finally the defense advocate says, so the police destroyed the evidence of my client's innocence. There is a theoretical possibility of lost exculpatory evidence. Okay. So the first case talked about how important it is for a IT company to understand digital forensics. You cannot say that that's not my cup of tea. You cannot avoid law enforcement. If you become victim of cybercrime, you can avoid by taking the decision that I will bear the losses, I will not go to police. But if something wrong happens from your institution, from your organization, can you stop law enforcement? Can you stop police from entering into your premises? You can't. So this highlights the importance of this domain, digital forensics. Digital forensics, we are unable to get the talent. Okay. We are unable to get the talent. We conduct interviews. We interview 150 candidates. You will not believe, in one particular drive, I was not able to select even one candidate. That's the situation we are in. And a person having 1 year experience, 2 year experience in digital forensics, okay, his profile is picked by the headhunters like anything. Okay. Please bear this in mind. While I am talking about digital forensics, the need of skills upgradation and all, the speed in which the technology is changing, I would like to share my own experience here. It was 2018. For the first time, we introduced something called as a chip-off forensics. Chip-off forensics is, unlike the traditional forensics, where we use some software solution to recover the deleted information from smartphones, chip-off is a situation where none of your software solutions are working. So then we subject the handset for a destructive forensic purpose. Destructive is your handset, you will disassemble the phone, you will remove the motherboard, then you will identify the memory chip which stores the information, your Samsung, your BlackBerry or your whatever handset you have. Once you identify the memory chip, you remove the memory chip. From that memory chip, you will be recovering the data. Okay. So in 2018, we purchased this solution, and we were sent to New York because we had this solution, but we didn't know how to use it. We were sent to New York for 1 month training. We got it. We got trained from New York. We came back in 2018 end, towards the end of 2018 till June, July. We used this solution to full extent. Okay. Then what happened? Within 8 months, Android introduced something called as file-based encryption. Till 2018, it was a full disk encryption. One passkey, one password is sufficient to enter into the mobile phone. With the changes made by the Android, what happened? Each file will have its own password. So this entire solution is now in a museum. Okay. So that's the speed in which the technology is getting advanced. Okay. So challenges with respect to digital forensics. How many of you know this gentleman? No one? Yeah. Snowden, Edward Snowden. Okay. Edward Snowden was an IT contractor at NSA. He became famous when he disclosed a couple of classified documents which suggested US mass surveillance activities, the mass surveillance activities, the contract of NSA with service providers. Okay. The moment this guy disclosed those mass surveillance activities, people started worrying about online privacy. In fact, Kevin Mitnick, I hope you have heard about Kevin Mitnick. Kevin Mitnick is a very famous hacker. In fact, he has written a book. The book title is The Art of Invisibility. How to stay invisible on internet. Okay. So when this revelation took place in the year 2013, people started adopting full disk encryption. Okay, full disk encryption is your BitLocker. The Windows operating system has a BitLocker encryption. Okay. BitLocker encryption started, people started using BitLocker encryption. The mobile service, mobile customers started expecting privacy on their mobile phone. If you Google for Apple versus FBI, you will come to know about the security related to mobile device and privacy and cyberspace. That's another discussion that is happening. Digital forensics and privacy. Privacy advocacy is there. People expect privacy when your device is with the police, when the device is with your any investigation agency. What is the guarantee that my personal information is not shared outside? Okay. So reasonable expectation of privacy, focused query while conducting digital forensic examination. Okay. So the expectation here is the forensic examiner should not perform additional number of tasks which would invade the privacy of the individual. That is a new expectation. While we are struggling, while we are still struggling with understanding the digital forensics, so there is a privacy argument. Limit the data of the parties who are not party to an investigation. Okay, like you have the OECD guidelines on the collection, the limitation, the purpose of data collection. So same argument they are trying to bring in with respect to digital forensics. New data sources. Gone are those days. When I was studying, my computer had about 16 MB RAM. But today we have GBs of data. That is the temporary data itself is GBs of data. Own your cloud. Data destruction programs. People used to simply delete. Forensic examiners used to run a recovery software. They were able to recover the data, but today it is not possible. There is something called as anti-forensics. It's a new field of research. It is called anti-forensics. Criminals, after commission of crime, what they do is they ensure that there is no traces of data. And it is very funny, anti-forensic tool names itself is very funny. One tool name is Evidence Eliminator. The tool name itself is Evidence Eliminator. Okay. Standby mode in Windows. My laptop probably last shutdown date must be about 6 months before. We don't shut down. We don't shut down our laptops. Gone are those days. Earlier, if you remember 15-20 years before, if you close the lid of your laptop, entering into hibernation mode, that message you used to receive. But today, your mobile phone and your laptop, there's no much difference. So now what is this digital forensics? Why the digital forensics skills are very rare in the market? One is digital forensic analysis is not about recovery. You go to any in the SP road, you go, you will find lot of data recovery guys who would help you in recovering the data. That's not digital forensics. Digital forensics is not about only recovery of data. You need to establish the evidence of action and evidence of activity. That is something very important. Evidence of action and evidence of activity. ISO has put significant efforts in standardizing the process. With respect to digital forensics, there are a couple of international standards like ISO 27037, which talks about collection, acquisition of digital evidence. The second column, if you find, guidelines for identification, collection, acquisition, and preservation of digital evidence. Okay. So now, once you have these standards, if there is any portability, if you want to hand over the case, if you want to hand over the investigation to another agency, like if you are working for an IT company and you are doing the internal investigation and the management decides to hand over it to an external third party agency which would continue the investigation, once you have followed the standard practices, it becomes very easy. It's basically a continuity. Okay. Now let me talk about something very interesting for you, because the market, digital forensic market, where you will find a lot of opportunities. The current digital forensic market, global, I am talking globally, I am not limiting to India. 2023 it was 10.77 billion, and now it is projected to 29.73 billion in the next few years. In the next 6-7 years, the market will definitely flourish. Where all you will find opportunities? Friends, let me tell you, with respect to digital forensics, indigenous solutions are absent. We don't have our own indigenous cyber forensic solutions. Although the central government is investing heavily on CDAC. CDAC Trivandrum does the research on digital forensics. They are trying to bring in a lot of indigenous tools and solutions. If you have that entrepreneur mindset, this is the field. This is the field. Solutions can be hardware, it can be software. If you are able to come up with some solution, digital forensic solution, the adopters are waiting in the queue. They are ready to adopt it. That is one thing. The second very important thing is the application, where all you will find. The incident response, the cybersecurity breach has taken place and you are trying to respond to a cybersecurity incident there. The e-discovery, the forensic investigation. Forensic investigation can be done by the police also does the forensic investigation. Likewise, the corporate also does the forensic investigation. And your customers, the IT and telecom, BFSI, healthcare, government, and many others. You will find a lot of opportunities there. Talking in particular about our Indian tech talent. So the STEM graduates, what we call science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, as per the recent research done by NASSCOM, 2.14 million graduates from these four this thing, and we have a lot of youngsters who graduate every year, okay, and government of India is investing heavily on the cybersecurity industry also. Apart from Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, they are seen as a destination. Academia is also trying to bring in the advanced technologies like BTech in artificial intelligence and data science, and few IITs, they have adopted some advanced topics like deep learning, reinforcement, or probabilistic reasoning, cyber physical system security, etc. Artificial intelligence they are trying to introduce in school education as part of the new education policy. So key challenges, I would like to impress upon this thing. 2017 I was in Colorado Governor's Office. We were discussing about the talent, what United States is doing with respect to mapping the curriculum, course curriculum with the industry requirement. What was found when we were discussing with the professors there, what they found was the course curriculum is not matching with the market demand. What IT company expects, that is not matching. Okay, that was one argument. On the other side, there was another professor who argued that universities or engineering colleges are not factories. We are not here to produce products which would be there for immediate consumption. Okay. So there were two arguments. One was the graduates who come from your college, they are not employable, okay, because they don't match the market requirements. Whereas there was another valid argument that we are not factories. We are not here to produce the products. We are here to shape an individual who has the overall understanding of the technology. Okay. So now, as per the recent survey, the same NASSCOM survey, it says that only 35% are employable in tech sector. Okay. That is one thing. So overall, if you look at the efforts made by the National Skills Council, about 5 years before, if you are not aware, kindly Google for it. There is something called as qualification packs. NASSCOM and Government of India together, they did a survey, they did some consultation with the IT industry regarding their expectation. What do you expect from a fresher? What all qualities, what all skill sets, the technical, the non-technical skill sets that are required. They did a consultation, very deep consultation, and then they have suggested the qualification packs like a cyber forensic expert. What all skills you need, what are the analytical skills, what are the technical skills. Those qualification packs are available on internet. Kindly go through it. So this is the right age and right time. If you are in 5th sem, second year or third year, this is the right time. You can start developing the skill sets, and you will be surprised. I receive a lot of requests for a meeting, and the guy comes with a visiting card claiming to be a CEO of a company. Some company name is there. He claims himself as a CEO. He sends me an email, and I'm very happy. I accept the invitation. I ask him to come to my office, and when I meet him, he's an engineering graduate. Okay. He's still a student, but he's already a CEO of a company. Okay. Lot of opportunities are there. My only request to you is track the market, what is happening in the market. Okay. Gartner, recently 2023, they published about the market, the digital forensic market. Most organizations, you take any IT organizations, they want to handle the cybersecurity breach incidents on their own. See, whenever there is any cybersecurity breach incident, I don't want to go to public, I don't want to go to police. What happens? What happens if I disclose that I am breached? There is further victimization. There is further victimization. Let me tell you one case which took place about 6 to 7 years before. A reputed person in society, his name was published on some third grade website. Okay. So he decided to lodge a complaint with the police. He filed a complaint stating that my name is listed on a third grade website and I am receiving some calls, indecent calls. Kindly take action. Okay. So police registered the FIR. Okay. As per Lalita Kumari judgment, the moment you register an FIR, the FIR has to be put on the respective state government website. FIR is online. You can download it. So the media guys, their eyes are continuously scanning for such sensational cases. So they got the FIR and they published it on the next day. They published it on media, on leading newspapers that guy X running a brothel, small question mark. Okay. The title is like this: X running a brothel, question mark. That question mark plays a very significant role. And inside they had published his phone number also. So he was further victimized. People started troubling him since his phone number was also disclosed. So no one wants to go to media, sorry, police complaint. Okay. So you take any company, they want to handle the cybersecurity breach incident investigation on their own, but they are unable to do so because of lack of skills. Okay, lack of skills and resources. If you develop these resources, if you start developing the skills and resources that are required for handling a cybersecurity breach incident, okay, the doors are wide open. The corporates, they welcome you. Okay. Okay. So digital forensic market, there are two very important things. One is before an incident occurs, the second one is after an incident occurs. Both the places you will find good opportunities. If you are in this domain, you can charge for protection, you can charge for detection also. So both the places you find enough opportunities, pre-incident and post-incident. Okay, so this is something very interesting. Criminal justice system is, many of you might not be aware about criminal justice system. Criminal justice system comprises of three very important components. One is the police, the second one is the judiciary, the third is the prosecution. Police, prosecution, judiciary, all three together is called criminal justice delivery system. B.Tech guys, M.Tech guys have enough scope in criminal justice delivery system. Let me tell you how. These are the roles, these are the areas, what we call as tech roles, new tech roles. Cyber security, always standards the first. AI, Internet of Things, blockchain, big data, cloud computing, all these things are there. I will restrict my discussion with respect to cyber security, that is a digital forensics. These are the job titles. Imagine you becoming one of it. Computer forensic analyst, cyber security incident responder, digital forensic investigator, data analyst, digital forensic instructor or trainer. These many roles that exist in the market. Do you recognize those two gentlemen there? Yeah? Anybody? The guy who is sitting there. Sherlock Holmes. Okay? And Dr. Watson. So Sherlock Holmes is a fictitious character, he never existed, but you will find in London 131B, you will find his residence converted into a museum. You can go there and you can see what all his walking stick, everything is preserved till today. So if Sherlock Holmes existed today, you would have definitely adopted technology. That is the message that I am giving through this picture. So if you want to pursue your career or if you want to learn about digital forensics, what all is required? Two very important things. One is the passion, the second one is large capacity to learn. Unlike the other fields, you cannot claim I am a cyber forensic expert. That role never exists. I cannot claim myself as a cyber forensic expert. I have to call myself as a cyber forensic practitioner. Like a doctor, if you ask him what do you do, he says I practice medicine. You ask an advocate what do you do, he says that I practice law. Similarly, a digital forensic practitioner is a lifelong learner. Okay. One is the very large capacity to learn. The second thing is you need to develop that mindset, you need to have that passion. What is desired? The first desire is desire to learn. You need to have the desire to learn. Unless you have that desire to learn, you will not be successful in this career. You need to understand it's always a fight between the device manufacturers and forensic experts. The the device manufacturers always try to introduce new security features, and you need to have that mindset how to break the security. Okay, non-technical skills. In addition to the technical skills, you need to have these many skill sets. One is the mental organization. You need to have that mental organization. You will be surprised. In Hyderabad, someone runs a course. The course title is Vipassana Meditation Course for Hackers. Okay? Because hackers are known to be highly impatient. They are highly impatient. So some hacker picked up this area. He found a very good business opportunity. He devised a meditation course for hackers. The first chapter in that course is observe your breathing. He will ask you from which nostril you are inhaling. Okay. The guy will say both the nostril. Okay. And then he will start teaching him that at a time you can inhale from either right or left nostril. You start observing it. Okay. And then he will start teaching about the awareness, all those things. And every alternative day, he will give a CTF, capture the flag, so that he doesn't become truly spiritual. Okay. So things have changed. Things have changed. And hackers who were, their general depiction of an hacker was, if you remember, Wednesday movie, the hacker with the curly hairs, unshaven, tobacco, lot of tobacco, caffeine, alcohol. Gone are those days. Hackers have now become more patient. They are becoming spiritual, which is threat to the society, I can say. So mental organization is required. Good record keeping, because you need to maintain the record, because tomorrow something goes wrong, you should be in a position to pinpoint what went wrong. Observation skills. Let me quote again Sherlock Holmes. If you have read Sherlock Holmes, 80% of the case is detected based on his art of deduction. By just looking at the person who is in front of him, he will come to a conclusion. Okay. By just looking at the crop, the hair crop, he will tell that you are come by bus. Okay. By looking at the fingers, he will say that you are a musician, you play guitar. So that observation skills you need to develop, which is non-technical. Ability to identify patterns and make correlations. Okay. So now, my last part of my presentation. What is required? Okay. What is required to become a cyber forensic practitioner? First thing is technology. If you want to become a doctor, at least you should understand human anatomy. Same way, if you want to pursue your career in digital forensics, you need to understand technology. It is simple. A label for a digital forensic examiner is how it works. Okay, how it works. You need to develop that curiosity. What happens when I switch on the machine? The moment I switch on the machine, the post, the power on self-test is there, the BIOS, the resource allocation is done, the kernel is loaded. Those basic things you need to understand. And someone asked me sometime back in a meeting, someone asked, tell me the advanced course which I should do so that I excel in digital forensics. I told him, if you know the basics, you become expert in this field. Okay. If you know the basics, you are an expert. What is that basic? We all use our mobile phones. We all use our laptops. How the data is stored? How many of us know? What is the file system? What is FAT? What is NTFS file system? What happens when a file is deleted? What is unallocated sector? What is slack space? What is host protected area? What is device configuration overlay? All these things are very basic. The moment you understand the basics, you become an expert. You become a master, I can say. Okay. So that's the thing, first thing. Second very important thing is, there is no use that you label yourself as a techie. You need to have that understanding of what is right, what is wrong, what is legal, what is illegal, what is ethical, what is unethical. Okay. A person having only BTech, he will think only technology. You need to understand whether whatever I am doing is right or wrong, whether it is permitted under the Indian laws or not. So a digital forensic examiner should also have some understanding of law. Okay. If his manager says, uh, if his manager says that you please install a keylogger on HR's computer, you should immediately think whether I am supposed to do that. Just because my manager has told, I shouldn't be installing a keylogger on the HR's computer. Okay, I should be able to apply my mind whether inserting a keylogger is permitted under the Indian laws or not. And third very important thing is MBAs, they are stealing our jobs. In fact, my own institution, my own organization, there are MBA guys who are in a much better position. They present my work in a much better way. Okay. So the third very important item is you need to have that managerial skills also. So ideal digital forensic practitioner is a blend of BTech, LLB and MBA. You need to understand the technology, you need to understand what is right, what is wrong, and finally you should be in a position to present it before the competent authority in a presentable form. Okay. Like the competent authority, when I say you are working for an IT corporate, you are presenting it before your board of directors. You cannot expect the board of directors to read a 250-page investigation report. How do you convert the 250-page report into a one-page summary? That's where the managerial skills help you. The second very important thing is what is right, what is wrong. The legal, whatever the legal status that is there in the country or at the global, you need to have that understanding. So way forward for institutions, what we need to do is, reskilling. Okay. So spiritually we talk about learning and unlearning. In spiritual world, people talk about unlearning. So likewise here, skilling and reskilling. Reskilling the non-tech and core tech talent into digital talent. Non-tech is they are not at all associated with any technology. The core tech is they know the technology, but they are not aware about the latest technology, whatever the latest keywords that you see. Okay. You want me to close? Just go back. Yeah. Yeah. So these are some of the certifications that you can think of. One is the GCFA. GCFA is GIC Certified Forensic Analyst offered by SANS. They are the leaders in digital forensics. Likewise, we have ENCE. It is a vendor certification offered by NCASE. Likewise, the law schools, they are offering technology. Look at National Law School. Their course title is a PG Diploma in Cyber Law and Cyber Forensics. So the law schools have also started offering technology this thing. Okay. So to summarize, let me tell you friends, putting myself in your shoes, once we complete our graduation, definitely we would think where to join, whether it is by choice or by chance. Placement office gave us an excellent opportunity. By choice, I was placed somewhere. Whether I like it or not like it, you will realize whether you liked the job really only after 5 years. Okay. After 5 years, if you are shifting your career, then the recruiters would definitely question you. Okay. So I think it's the right time for you to do some research. You have enough resources. When I did my engineering, I used to go to Malleshwaram, Krishna Xerox to get a notes copy. The kerosene smell notes were there, but today it's not the situation. You have plenty of resources with you. Let me assure you, there exists enough opportunities in digital forensics and cyber security. Like the IT corporates, the big four, Big Four, all the Big Four does the forensic consulting, the Deloitte, KPMG, Ernst& and Young and PwC. You get, they hire freshers. They hire freshers. Likewise, in government departments, the Ministry of Home Affairs has floated a couple of projects where they find, where you will find lot of opportunities like junior cyber forensic consultants are there, okay. The police departments, the Bangalore police department, they have a position called cyber forensic analyst and digital forensic analyst. You will be placed in cybercrime police stations, okay. So lot of opportunities exist. The only thing what is required is you need to build your career. It's like when you try to make your own meal, okay, make your own meal in Subway or any other place. Likewise, you need to build your career. How you can do it? You just need to track what is happening in the market, where is the market projection. Gartner publishes its market projection. The opportunities you just need to track, and world is yours. The future is yours. With this, I conclude. I thank BIT for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much.